So you want to know what it's like being a U.S. Navy sailor? Let me paint you a picture of the glamorous lifestyle the recruitment posters conveniently forgot to mention. Congratulations, you've just signed away 4 years of your life for the privilege of living in a floating metal box with 5,000 of your closest friends, none of whom you've met yet. But don't worry, you'll get to know them intimately, very, very intimately. Your recruitment officer told you you'd see the world. What he meant was you'll see vast expanses of identical-looking ocean for months on end, punctuated by brief visits to ports where you'll have just enough time to buy overpriced souvenirs before rushing back to the ship. Nothing says I've experienced foreign culture quite like a shot glass with "I heart Yokosuka" printed on it. Your living quarters? Imagine the world's worst college dorm room, then shrink it by 70%. Stack it 3 high, add constant noise, remove all privacy, and sprinkle in the lingering aroma of feet, farts, and industrial cleaner. Welcome home. This is your rack. Navy speak for bed, because apparently we can't use normal words for anything. It's approximately the size of a coffin, which is psychologically fitting for many reasons. Your personal space consists of a locker roughly the size of a microwave. Hope you didn't have plans to bring, possessions. Look at all this room for activities. I can fit almost 3 t-shirts in here. Your day begins at 0500, that's 5 a.m. for you civilians, when your rack mate's alarm goes off, followed by your other rack mate's alarm, then the guy across the way, then the backup alarms. It's like a symphony of soul-crushing beeps designed by Satan himself. Rise and shine. Time for the morning ritual of trying to shower, shave, and brush your teeth, along with 80 other people in a bathroom designed for 30. Nothing starts your day off right like waiting in line to pee while someone 3 feet away is dealing with last night's chili dinner. Breakfast. Oh, sure, the Navy feeds you. The culinary delights of the mess deck await. Hope you like powdered eggs and meat of mysterious origin. Is it beef? Is it pork? Is it the guy who failed the drug test last week? The world may never know. Now, off to your job. Perhaps you're an engineer spending 12-hour shifts in the bowels of the ship, where the temperature hovers at a balmy 110 degrees. Maybe you're on the flight deck, where you risk being blown into the ocean or sucked into a jet engine daily. Or perhaps you've been assigned to the prestigious position of preservation technician. That's paint chipper to the uninitiated. Yes, you'll spend your days scraping and painting the same spot over and over again in an endless battle against the ship's true enemy. Rust, chip, paint, repeat. Chip, paint, repeat. It's meditative, if meditation was designed to make you question all your life choices. Occasionally, you'll participate in what the Navy calls training exercises with other nations. This is basically the military equivalent of a play date, where different countries get together to see who has the biggest, shiniest toys.
Look at our aircraft carrier. It's so big and impressive.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at our submarine. It's so underwater.
These exercises are crucial for international relations and absolutely not just an excuse for admirals to get together and compare their, vessels. Deployments. Extended vacations courtesy of Uncle Sam, where you'll spend 6 to 9 months away from your family, friends, and any semblance of normal life. Remember time zones? Those don't exist anymore. Your family is asleep when you're awake. They're celebrating Christmas while you're swabbing the deck. Your best friend's wedding, your child's birth, your grandmother's funeral. Sorry, you've got watch duty. What day is it? What month is it? What year is it? Questions you'll ask with alarming frequency. Want to call home? Sure. Just wait in line for 3 hours to use the one working phone and enjoy your conversation with a 2-second delay and quality reminiscent of 2 tin cans connected by string. Email? Absolutely. When it works. Which is never when you actually need it.
Dear Mom, I'm doing great, but I think I'm...
And there goes your weekly morale boost. Your social circle now consists entirely of people who are just as sleep-deprived and irritable as you are. It's like a floating experiment in how humans behave when subjected to constant stress and fluorescent lighting. The good news? You'll form bonds stronger than the hull of the ship, Nothing says friendship like holding someone's hair back while they vomit over the side during rough seas, or helping them write an apology letter to the captain after a particularly eventful port call.
To the people I would never have met if I'd made better life choices.
You'll quickly learn that the Navy has its own language, designed specifically to confuse civilians and new recruits. Floors are decks, walls are bulkheads, bathrooms are heads, left is port, right is starboard. And for some reason, everything needs to be abbreviated into incomprehensible acronyms.
LCPO told the Devo to make sure the BMOW gets the POOW to tell the RPPO to get more spaghetti from the suppo before the CO and XO find out and put it on the pod.
Translation: someone important wants spaghetti. Sleep is a luxury item in the Navy, not a basic human need. Your rack might be comfortable if you're under 5 feet 6 inches and can sleep without moving. If you're on the top rack, congratulations. You're now an Olympic gymnast required to perform a complex series of maneuvers just to get into bed. And don't forget about hot racking, sharing your bed with someone on the opposite shift. Nothing says welcome to the Navy quite like sliding into warm sheets that smell like someone else's musk. Bored? Don't worry, there's plenty to do. You can walk in circles around the ship, stare at the ocean, or participate in the most popular Navy pastime, complaining. Movie night is a big deal. You'll watch the same 5 DVDs on rotation until you can recite them verbatim. Nothing enhances the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift quite like seeing it 47 times in a row. The food deserves its own special mention. Navy cooks, or culinary specialists, as they're officially called, are performing miracles with limited ingredients and equipment. Unfortunately, those miracles often resemble biblical plagues.
Is this meatloaf? Or is this what happens when the nuclear reactor has a small leak?
Nevertheless, you'll develop a strange love, or at least appreciation, for certain Navy dishes. Civilians will stare in horror as you reminisce fondly about midrats, midnight rations, and SOS, look it up. After months at sea, you'll arrive at a foreign port where you'll have approximately 12 hours to experience an entire country's culture.
Let's see. It's 1400 now. I need to be back on the ship by 2200, so that gives me exactly 8 hours to visit historical landmarks, try local cuisine, buy souvenirs, get a tattoo I'll regret, and possibly create an international incident after taking 12 Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
The real adventure begins when half your shipmates decide that the best way to experience local culture is to find the nearest bar and drink until they can't remember which country they're in. The weather at sea comes in 2 varieties: mind-numbingly boring or actively trying to kill you. You'll experience the joy of trying to walk during a storm, when the ship is pitching so violently that simple tasks like using the bathroom become Olympic events.
I just want to brush my teeth without concussing myself on a bulkhead.
And seasickness? That's nature's way of humbling even the toughest sailors. Nothing strips away your dignity quite like hugging a toilet while your shipmates offer helpful advice like,
Just look at the horizon, bro.
There is no horizon, bro. We're inside a goddamn ship. Please, just let me die in peace.
just when you think you've gotten into a routine, it's time for an inspection. This is when people with more stripes on their sleeves come to judge how well you've cleaned things that were already clean.
Is this shiny enough? I've been polishing this brass for 7 hours, and I'm starting to see my future disappointments reflected in it.
Want to advance in rank? Simply memorize a 300-page manual, complete countless qualification tasks, and hope your superior likes your haircut.
Let's see. To advance to E5, I need to know how to disassemble every weapon on the ship, recite the entire chain of command backwards while blindfolded, and apparently perform emergency appendectomy procedures. Get the out of here, bro.
Despite everything, the lack of sleep, the questionable food, the endless cleaning, there's a strange sense of pride that comes with being a sailor. It's Stockholm Syndrome on a massive scale. You'll find yourself defending the Navy to civilians with statements like,
Yeah, it sucks, but it's our suck.
as well as,
Bro, you wouldn't understand unless you've been there.
and the craziest part, years later, after you've completed your service, you'll look back and think,
Those were some of the best, worst years of my life.
so there you have it. Life as a U.S. Navy sailor, where the water is endless, the hours are long, and the stories you'll have are completely unbelievable to anyone who hasn't lived them.
To the Navy. The only place where the worst day fishing is better than the best day working doesn't apply, because fishing is still just staring at water, which is exactly what you do for 4 years.
Fair winds and following seas, you poor deluded fools who signed on the dotted line. May your paint never chip, your rack always be empty when you need it, and your shore leave never result in an international incident.
Hooyah, Navy. Or whatever, I'm out of here.